Első feladatsor.
Task 1. In this section, you are going to hear about a crime. Your task will be to decide if the statements 1 to 8 below are true or false according to what the text says. Mark your answers with an X in the table at the bottom of this page. First, you will have some time to study the task, and then you'll hear the recording in one piece. Then, after a short pause, listen to the recording again in 3 shorter sections. The end of each section is marked with a signal. When you hear this signal, stop the CD for 30 seconds and write down your answers. At the end, you will have some time to check your answers. There is an example marked with a 0 for you.
Inspector Evans of Scotland Yard soon arrived on the scene of the crime. When the newsmen saw him getting out of the car, they immediately realised that matters were serious. Inspector Evans had a fine reputation. He had solved many difficult and complicated crimes during the past few years. Most of them were robberies. This one concerned the theft of jewels belonging to a famous film actress. She was reputed to be a millionairess, so it was not surprising that the missing jewels were valued at more than £500,000. The newsmen were eager to question the detective. He stood on the pavement outside the house and smiled at the photographers. "Do you have a statement to make?" somebody asked. The detective, tall, thick-set, middle-aged, clean-shaven, pushed his way through the crowd, turned round, and said in a cool and friendly voice, "I have no statement to make. As soon as there is anything fresh to tell you, I'll let you know." He turned to a policeman, whispered a few words in his ear, and went into the house. After a "move along, please," from the policeman, the crowd gradually dispersed. Upstairs, Inspector Evans walked over to the French windows. It was probably through these that the thieves had come. It had apparently not been difficult for them to break into the safe. Just as the detective was about to examine this once again, the telephone rang. "Hello, Inspector," a soft, monotonous voice said. "If you want a clue, why don't you talk to the servant, the one with a small scar on the right cheek?"